Fun reporting for duty with my GRANBLUE expert Aether B joining me here, and we are back in black with Genesis Black in this Sunday afternoon in San Jose, California. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good here. Ready to play some GRANBLUE here at GUILDHOUSE in San Jose, California. First up, we're gonna have Yoshi for the win and what was his name? What was his tag? Sybil. Both Yoshi for the win is a local here. Pretty strong player here. Definitely one you want to look out for. Was playing, I want to say Ladiva, but has now switched to Beatrix. And we got both new DLC characters. Beatrix, relatively new, and Verusia just came out.
For our viewers at home, who don't know the DLC schedule, how new is new for these two?
I think Verusia came out like maybe a month ago, and Beatrix was the one before her, maybe like 2-3 months ago.
Excellent. So we have enough time for them to cook, but not necessarily have these characters solvable, correct?
Yeah. We're going to see a lot of... Oh, going to get the safe jump here. And this is a really good start for Sybil. Like, has the corner throw, but the back throw for Yoshi is going to immediately be turned up the tables here.
Yeah, Beatrix going ahead and... Oh my god. Sybil with a pretty good life lead right now.
Yeah, and if you see that symbol underneath Verusia's health bar, that is a unique passive buff for her. She can charge up her special moves, basically. Like, after every special move, she gets a follow-up, and she expends that... source or that buff just like that. Her special will give like a hard knockdown, or maybe she gets combos off of them. Okay. And we just see Beatrix use unique mechanic. When they get when they're under 50% life or 30% life, they get access to their EX moves, get super charged up. They get like a lot extra hits done for it. Nice spot dodge is gonna get the full punish here. This should be enough.
Yeah, Yoshi could not afford to drop that combo, given the life disadvantage for them. This was a really interesting thing. Sybil really had the round. What changed climate-wise that allowed them to lose?
So Beatrix is again, once you get past 30 or under 30% life, that extra buff that your EX specials get, it's a clock up charge. You get extra hits and you get really fancy combos. Even mid-screen, you can carry all the way to the corner and you get so much damage. Beatrix is really good at making a comeback.
I see. So she really opens up her toolkit at low life.
Yes. There we go, full combo. Doesn't miss, doesn't get the meaty with the fireball, but is going to anti-air with the super here.
And that is going to connect.
A lot of damage, going to get a knockdown.
This is looking really bad for Sybil. You're in the corner, and the resource is still on their side, but they are down one of their crystals.
Yeah. Now, 2 crystals is not the danger zone. Once you get to 1 crystal, you start taking extra damage, and once you get like 0 crystals, you're taking like, I think it's like 30% extra damage. It's not a subtle amount. Oh, and we're going to super right through the fireball. And that will punish, but not going to get the cinematic.
Excellent reaction from Sybil to recognize the situation, especially at that distance.
Yeah, Sweep's not going to connect and tried to spot dodge, but Yoshi went for the slow fireball, and that is going to catch the recovery frames of a spot dodge.
That was a really good use of using the fireball as a whiff punish.
Yep. He's going to run start with the back special. And if you've played Guilty Gear, you might be familiar with that move. It's like Stroke the Big Tree, going to go right under fireballs, and it's really good. It used to be plus, but I think it's now only -1.
So is Verusia more of a keep away zoner character?
She's more of like a footsies character. She's got really big normals, and she's usually able to convert off of those normals pretty easily. She's got like a really good fireball though. She can kind of do like footsies and then zoning a little bit, and then once she's in, she's going to be really in.
I see. So it's really up to Yoshi to just find that max distance and stay just outside of it.
Yeah. Or well, Beatrix is a very a short range fighter. They're going to want to try and get in. Yoshi's definitely going to try and get in.
Okay, good spot dodge from Sybil, but
gonna catch low, but not enough.
Match is definitely slowed down here, and Sybil that approaches.
Yeah, gonna use that fireball or the follow up to be safe, but Sybil's now like running with so little life. You're gonna have to take a really big risk to try and mount that comeback, and even then, if you block anything, you get down to that last pixel, any chip damage is going to do it.
It's definitely when you're at your lowest life, when the players start trying to make hard reads and costing them the round.
Yeah, but it's kind of all they have. Here we go, going to get the combo extension. Ooh, doesn't miss, didn't get punish on that with DP, but this is going to be fine.
And Yoshi's sitting at set point. It's up to Sybil to get this game, or else we're going to have them take an early trip to losers.
Yeah. Okay, going to get the punish on the DP. Full combo here.
Oh, that must feel really good. Yoshi has been dropping something similar into the corner, and now they are one touch away from the set.
Yep. Unfortunately, is backing up, getting it. giving Sybil maybe the opportunity to try and wiggle out, but backing off, she's going to chuck Fireball. Sybil doesn't try to jump out of the corner.
That was some really excellent spacing. I noticed how well-paced space that Fireball was. It gave Sybil just enough space for them to want to hit a button,
But they're going to get caught for it.
Exactly. Put your opponent in a spacing trap and just wait for them to do something and then beat them.
Yeah, no, that's... Once you get to the corner in GRANBLUE, that's kind of just the name of the game. The mix-ups aren't like super like devious. You're not going to see like a lot of devious mix-ups. You're going to see a lot of simple walk back, try to spacing trap, and try to keep people in the corner as long as possible and just kind of sit there.
Excellent. So what about GRANBLUE is really appealing to you? Because obviously you put a lot of time in this game.
So I like the characters. That's kind of like the reason thing that draws me to fighting games. I like the characters. I think the characters are cool. But yeah, I love the community. I love the community here in NorCal. GRANBLUE NorCal is one of the chillest scenes that I have been a part of. It's one of the many benefits of being here is that you get to see a lot of cool people. Yoshi for the win is a great guy.
And I think it's really cool that we have an event like Genesis Black. The community showed up 38 people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we definitely want Genesis to know that we are still here and we are willing to like show up. And hey, if you want to give us a side bracket or give us a ticket at a main stage at Genesis proper, we are here. We will show up, and we will gladly.
Well, we definitely see a demand for GRANBLUE. Events like Frosty and Texas Showdown, and I believe CEO Taku are going to be heavily featured this game. So it's about time that California starts training our anime fighters because we're really good on Uni.
Yep. We are really good at Uni, especially here in NorCal.
Yeah, we're really good on Uni. We're pretty good at Guilty Gear, but like GRANBLUE's there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we're gonna have like a lot. I hope to see a lot more big events here on the West Coast for GRANBLUE.
So in the spectrum of fighters after beat, are you more of are you strictly an anime fighter?
I'm strictly like Guilty Gear Exert specifically is my game of choice, along with Skullgirls.
Okay, Skullgirls.
So I like my games a little bit more devious, a little bit more disgusting, but you know what? GRANBLUE is still plenty fun.
I definitely feel that. I think for me, I started anime fighters with obviously Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear X2 is one of the best that I've ever if you could pick a great starter in the genre, Guilty Gear X2, especially the story mode, which was surprisingly in-depth. Moved on to Persona 4 Arena.
That's a game.
That was a game. And that was the first time I really experienced auto combos. And not just auto combo to super with the A-chain. I was a huge Persona 4 fan. And I really like what Arc System is doing where they're just going like, we're going to take your game and we're going to make it look as best as possible.
Yes.
And we're gonna give it that pizzazz. Because you remember back then, the term licensed fighter is like, ew.
Yeah, I know. You think of like the old school like
arena fighter,
arena anime fighters that were like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But now Arc System is bringing like, no, we make licensed games and they're really cool.
And because you look at this looks like a game.
Yeah.
Like if you did not know that this was based off of a mobile RPG, you just think, oh, it's just a fantasy themed 2D fighter.
And then you learn, oh, it's based off of mobile. It's based off a gacha game. And there are so many characters that they could put from the gacha in the fighting game.
And they've done a great job translating the art style, because we talked about this before. It's not just an anime fighter. They specifically translated the GRANBLUE art style into this.
Exactly. But we're going to get our next match here. We're going to get, I believe, Yolk Soup, and I do not know who the other player is, but Yolk Soup is another local. We're going to see a lot of local matchups here at Genesis Black.
So this is a really good opportunity for you guys, because not only are you showing GRANBLUE to the world, you're showing yourselves to the world under the platform of Genesis Black. And oh my God, Ladiva, I love this girl.
Yeah, we got the resident grappler of the game, Ladiva, versus Siegfried, arguably probably one of the strongest characters in the game right now.
Would you say like top 5, top 6?
I know people who would argue he's like the best.
I see.
He just kind of does everything. He doesn't really have. He's a jack of all trades and master of few.
However,
he's getting kicked in the face.
Yeah, Kello is wielding Ladiva. If we're talking about a jack of all trades, Ladiva ain't one of them.
No.
It is I got a hammer and I'm gonna swing the hammer.
Oh yeah. I do one thing.
I do one thing. I put my hands on you, both of them.
And it's gonna hurt. I do that thing really well.
Also one of my favorite looking supers in the game, aesthetic wise.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But here we go. Get the command throw.
God darn, that's a lot.
In the corner, gonna get the safe jump.
You never want to be in the corner in GRANBLUE, like you said before after me, but you never want to be in the corner double true when you're fighting a grappler, because they can do stuff like that.
Yep, here comes. Try to catch the up back, but Yoksub just patiently waiting. I am taking this throw.
And we could already see that what we were talking about with Siegfried's strength. In just one combo, he was able to balance out the life, but thanks to Kello taking control again. Oh!
Tried the command throw against the super. And yeah, tried to answer with like a super back, but that's not going to work.
I love the story in telling this one, where he's going all out, but he thinks it's his friends, like, oh, I got to be the good guy.
Yeah, I got the friendship assault. No, doesn't get the combo, and that's wake up jab is going to be enough. Kello will take that round, and that will be enough for game 1.
It was looking real dicey.
Yeah. I think Yoksub wanted like the partial charge on that axe swing. It was going to get like a combo after it, but wasn't able to get the combo. And that would have been enough to kill, and like we would have seen like final round for that game 1, and that would have been really important. Now you're down a round, or down a game, against a Ladiva, which is a very volatile matchup.
What I'm finding really interesting is Yoksub is still insisting to scrap with Kello in the close range.
Yes.
Oh, good use of the standing of that poke.
Yeah,
now
that's a 5H right there.
Now we're using, we're using that big sword. Oh!
And the anti-air with the super, that is one of the strongest supers in the game. It's fast, it whiff punishes everything, it's invul on the way up, and I believe on the way down. It's a very strong, like if you try to do anything against Siegfried when they have 100 bar, you best hope they don't got those reactions.
We definitely saw in that last round a more deliberate attempt for Yoksub to play some keep away against Kello, which you got to do against a grappler. Come on.
Yeah. Especially when he got pokes like this.
I also like that setup where Siegfried used the fireball to keep Ladiva in the air just to follow up.
Go, safe jump. Tried to safe jump, but is going to get caught by the throw.
Neutral jump is a great way to escape throws in this game?
It's a pretty decent way to escape throws.
Okay, because I do see Yoksub going to that option. Our excellent clothesline from Kello.
Yep, going to get the super 4. I don't think this is enough to kill, but it's going to get a hard knockdown. Looking for DP. Oh. I think that catches backdash. No, it will not. Yep, trying to like hard bet. Full send on this. I'm going to run up. I'm going to catch something with super, but backdash is not have enough recovery to get caught by that super.
It's what we were talking about before. Yoksub was in a situation they had to make a hard read.
Yeah.
It's either that or just die, especially with their position in life. Yeah. Okay, we're going back to the fireball. I like that. I like the decision making, but Kello. Okay.
That's going to be big whiff, or get a full punish on this DP. Not big damage.
It's not big damage, and Yoksub taking up space by running out. Went for the cross up.
Yeah, trying to go for air throw, maybe catching, like looking for an up back, but that's going to be pretty rough here. Here's another DP. But this is just pocket change for Kello. It's like, okay, yeah, you get a DP, I take a little bit of damage. I get this command throw, I took like 30%.
Yeah, they trade, but for Yoksub, that was more of a GameStop credit trade.
Yeah.
Bad value for them. And Kello sitting, oh my God, air throw with the Hogan leg drop, brother.
All right, gonna seal that with the air ultimate command throw. That'll be enough. Kello will be moving on, but I believe that was just winners, so you know, Yoksub still has plenty of chances to fight on in losers.
It is, but at the same time, you don't want to go to losers so early.
You don't want to go to losers so obviously. You don't want to lose, period. Obviously.
But the earlier you go, that means the further up you have to fight.
Yes. Like the earlier you get to send to losers, the more matches you have to play. That is just a mathematical fact about double elimination brackets. But you know, it is what it is. You know, when you play in a scene where you basically kind of know a lot of the players, you know, and train with a lot of players, you know that everyone's basically a killer, right? And it's going to be rough no matter what. So might as well just tough it out, man.
Does your mentality change when you go into losers? Are you the type of person that like kind of beats yourself up and like I gotta fight harder, or you're the more like I'm gonna play exactly the same?
I try to play as hard as I play. It is what it is. You know, sometimes you get sent to losers, sometimes you don't. Like I'm a. It is what it is.
Okay, a very Spike Spiegel way of looking at it. Like,
look, I would prefer not to be in losers, but I currently am.
I'm currently am, and unless I like bribe the TO, I'm not getting out of this.
Yeah.
Don't bribe the TO.
Don't try to bribe the TO.
Don't bribe the TO. Just don't. Just don't. We here at Genesis Black do not endorse any sort of TO bribery.
It looks like we're resetting the console, so we're gonna be here on dead air for a little bit.
But tell them that.
I want to keep the audience informed of what's going on.
They could just be like, man, these guys are so good at talking that the casters just don't want to start the game. Everyone just wants to hear their amazing conversations.
No, audience knows. Streaming's kind of a blow up.
Okay, Aetherbeat, let's do the ethical thing and keep people informed with full discretion.
I
guess.
That's something I like to do.
So who do you play?
That's a great question. I think last I was playing Siegfried a lot.
Okay, so you're playing one of the best.
I was playing Siegfried a lot. It's mainly I don't I like hanging around the community. I play this game when I'm at locals, and I love to support the people who play this game, which is why I'm here behind the desk and I play the game. But I like gassing up the people who play the game more. But I played Siegfried because again, like we're talking about, the Siegfried. He's a jack of all trades, master of few, and he's very simple. He's got a simple game plan. You want to poke with your buttons, get big damage, and chuck out that fireball.
Yeah, there's a player. So full discretion, Chad. I don't play GRANBLUE a lot, if ever, but I do love it and I follow it. And I'm a Street Fighter 6 player, and we got a player in our community by the name of Mix Up City, and he also plays a hyper simple character.
Yeah.
And I love his outlook. He goes, I want to play a character who only has 5 things, because that is less time I got to think about my kit and more time thinking about your kit.
Exactly. I would consider those kind of like the low maintenance characters. You can take a break from the game for a bit, maybe not play the game for a while, and come back, and all the stuff still works, and you can focus on the opponent you're fighting.
Yeah, because even with balance patches, like they're never gonna
They're not gonna gut your character.
They're never gonna gut like Gran. They'll never gut him.
Yeah, he'll be pretty similar throughout the life of the game.
It's kind of like when you're going out and you don't know where to eat and you find IHOP. It's not the best, but like
it works.
It works, and you know what's there.
You know exactly what you're gonna get. And usually, it's available.
Yeah.
I love going playing card games and getting out at like midnight and being like, "What's open? IHOP's open. We're going to IHOP."
So wait, TCGs?
TCGs.
Okay. I'm more into like the self-contained card games. So I've been playing a lot of like Xseed, Yomi, Pocket Paragons.
Okay.
So I'm not brave enough to do the TCG.
Yeah, TCGs are a wild ride.
So what is it, Grand Order?
Grand Order?
Whatever, the new one.
Grand Archive?
Yeah,
the one that is currently at ECT?
Yes, Grand Archive.
Grand Archive is really cool. That game is really
simple. I had a feeling you would play Grand Archive.
Yeah, no, that game is really cool.
Were you around, you ever heard of the living card game model?
I've heard of like the LCG model.
Yes.
I don't know where they have gone. I just know that they exist.
Yeah, Android Netrunner was the first time I really heard of LCG. And I thought that was a really clever concept. Like, let's give you the thrill of making the deck.
Yeah.
But not have the collecting aspect.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, people just love to collect stuff.
Yeah, collecting stuff is fun.
See? So do you like what? You have like the big box, or do you have the binder of the good stuff?
So not particularly. I just have like my one deck that I play.
Okay. By the way, now I'm totally giving away that we're stalling, because why would these two?
Why are we talking about TCGs on a fighting game stream?
Well, I mean,
because there's actually a surprising number, a crossover between fighting games and TCGs.
Yeah. If there's a wonderful book. It's released online for free from David Serlin, who is a prominent Street Fighter player, called Playing to Win.
Yep.
And he talked about the psychological game of having 2 untapped islands.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that one?
I know that. I played Magic for so long.
Yeah, but like he didn't even need to read the book, but he knows.
I know.
For those who don't know, 2 islands is 2 blues. That is enough for counterspell. And what blue players would love to do is they would have cards in their hands, and in Magic you typically want to spend all your mana unless you have an instant.
Yeah.
And they would just purposely leave 2 islands untapped. That way you, the player, be like, do I want to do this really good spell?
Yep.
And spend all my resources for nothing?
Exactly.
That is the art of war right there, deception.
But it looks like technical difficulties have been resolved. We have players sitting up to bat. We have our next match on deck.
I know the player to the right. Mr. OTG Spoons himself.
All right.
Holder of the Madhouse GRANBLUE versus belt. You see, look at that. Hey, May, already cheering for Spoons.
All right.
Now, I don't know much about the left player, but that's the fun thing about calling pulls is You don't know, then you do know, and then you go, hey, I saw you.
Yeah, I saw you in pools, man. You played great.
You played great. And a phrase that I'm starting to be using a lot when I'm commentating is matches are more competitive than what the results say.
Yeah.
Like, you could get 3-0'd.
But it was close, though.
Yeah, that, like...
Unironically,
like, that guy had to fight for those 3.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting perfect at all 3 rounds.
Yeah, no, it's easy to, like, get swept up in the results, being like, oh, it was 3-0. But then you don't look at the set itself, and you see, oh, wait, these were, like, really back and forth. Like a lot of the games went to final round. It's like, oh, this literally could have gone anywhere.
Or the player that 3-0'd you is like, dude, I had to, like, really think hard against you.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't just run my offense before. Like, is there still ultimate setups available for friendlies today? I definitely see some setups.
I do not think so. I was here yesterday. A lot of the ultimate setups have been replaced with CRTs.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
This Melee's got to replace them with CRTs. They're still lugging around CRTs in the year of our Lord 2024.
Dude, thank
bless
God.
them.
Yo, I bet you the Vaporwave people are very happy that the CRTs are still around.
CRTs are still around, man.
Yolk Soup actually just competed.
Yeah, no, they just played their match.
They just played. Unfortunately, they lost to a Lavidia. They're still in.
But, yeah, still in. And they're you know what? At the end of the day, if you go 0-2, you still got plenty of casuals to play.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of going to, like, physical events, is that you're in a room full of people who want to play the video game. So you should go play the video game with them.
And they're going to say yes if you ask.
They're going to say yes.
Like, as much as I love where we are in the current year of our Lord 2024 with finding online communities, it always feels intrusive to, like, ping the server.
Yeah.
So just... Oh, what?
So we got Gran and Vera. So this is gonna we have Gran. Oh, just button check.
We're gonna have button check. Okay, I was about to say Spoons is not. No.
Simple button check. Which I always like. I'm confused. Like, why are we button checking in the match when we have button check at character select? Right?
You're not the first one to ask that. That was a bit of a Twitter discourse in terms of fighting games. Like, we have.
What hasn't been a Twitter discourse though? It's a great. See, this pause is not assuring. All right, Seox and Zooey. All right, Zooey, not a very popular character.
Okay, so we got our resident ninja character.
Yeah. Another very, like, straightforward character with Seox, where it's just gonna be like, I run at you and I'm going to just smother you with string offense.
Is Zooey okay, they got a pet kick. Are they a keep away?
Kind of. They're more like they're a setup character. They use their dragon for setups and for neutral.
Gotcha. So Spoon's coming in really hard.
All right. Blue man just wake up with the heavy. All right.
And Spoons was off to a hard start, and Blue Square, they got some runway to clear, but in that one combo, we got the... Oh, man. Spoons went in for the committal dive.
Yeah, and dive is so very good, because if you notice, like, they hit that super low, I think it's still, like +1. Especially when it's EX'd. And that's going to be at the kill.
Yeah, Spoons hit that really low and was able to follow up in the combo. That was an incredible read.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the really... That's one of the strengths of Seox, is that they are so slippery in neutral. It's like they have so many ways of getting in and so many ways of, like, applying their pressure.
Understood. Yeah, Zooey has to do something really big. Hopefully they'll do a combo so big that they'll knock Seox's socks off. Huh?
You're really stretched for that one.
Oh, I know, man. I love One Piece.
All right. But here we go. Carry to the corner. Gonna get the ground bounce. Full combo. And this is gonna be a safe jump.
Yeah, we could really see that this is not random buttons from Spoons. Spoons is coming in this with a deliberate paced offense.
Right, here we go. Gonna get a hard knockdown here. Spending, and is gonna take one of the diamonds away. So we're one diamond away from the danger zone, but also just gonna get the cross up, steal the corner.
Taking away one diamond is secondary to taking away all your opponent's life.
Yeah, that is more important. That is more important in the game.
Well, at that stage, Spoons up a single game.
But we're gonna finally anti-air the dive.
Yeah, Blue Square needs to find a way to either play keep out or just reverse the situation because Spoons is just running his offense.
Yeah, just kind of running away with it. Gonna get the combo drop, but it's not enough to get anything going.
Okay, we got some distance here, holding down the dragon.
Yeah, I gotta charge up that dragon meter. Ooh, no, gonna get countered by the dive. Here comes the ult DP.
Oh, that's something out of freaking T-Hawk.
And man, gonna get the full confirm. That'll be enough to kill?
Yes. This is the third time we've seen that super. Spoons has been on the money with all of his conversions.
Yeah.
Spoons is really scooping out the competition.
I mean, yeah, and when you talk about, like, oh, we've seen that super, like, 3 times, like, holding forward does build you meter in this game, and Seox is a character that is holding forward pretty often. So, if you notice, Spoons has a lot of meter to play with.
Yeah, he's already at 66%, and we are at 11 seconds in the match.
Yep. This is going to be a lot of damage.
And not to mention, he's going to get 100 in this combo. Will he?
He will spend it. All right.
Spoons is the type of player that they will just
spend it.
Yeah, spend it. Get all the offense they can. Forget reset. I want my damage now.
Trying to get the meaty Gamma Blade, but that's not going to pan out. But that's just so scary for Blue Square, as 1% life is going to get the ult DP. But can't block anything.
Oh, gets the cross up. Spoons is in the corner for the first time this entire set. And they go the air to the air, but the fireball catches Blue Square on the way down, and Spoons sending Blue Square all the way down to losers. That was a great exhibition of Seox.
Yeah, that is exactly what Seox wants to do. Get in, apply pressure, and just counter hit and do so much damage.
And that air fireball was a brilliant choice. It was a great option select because Spoons wanted to either tag Blue Square in the air, or in this case, Blue Square hit a button and just landed right on top of it.
Yeah, no. So it's like you're stuck in the corner. It's like, okay, Zui's backing up, giving me a space. Maybe I should try to escape. Jump forward. Well, jump forward is risky. They can anti-air you. And we saw Spoons wanted to, or Blue Square wanted to air and got that JU. That was gonna be a fat combo off a counter hit. But he just Blue Square or Spoons decided, I'm gonna neutral jump, come down with this fireball. And this fireball is going to cover me right in front of me. It's still going to be active, so if it trades, it'll be fine. I'm still stuck, and I still have the life lead.
It was more than fine because Blue Square just had a pixel of life left.
Exactly.
How do you do it? It's a step. There we go. Man, that was you were definitely right about Seox just having a very simple game plan where you just are more worried about trying to anticipate your opponent's wake-up options.
Yeah, I don't think like simple is like how I would call him. I'd call him straightforward.
Streamlined?
Yeah, because like he's a very straightforward game plan. He's got a lot of tools, but his game plan is very straightforward. I'm going to run, I'm going to hold forward, and I'm going to get in and apply pressure.
But also, there was just some great situational awareness with Spoons, especially using the dive.
Exactly, right.
The dive, which only Blue Square found the answer to in the second game, which is normal.
Yeah.
Right, finding the answer later on, but that's what separates the fighters that do extremely well is making those adjustments much sooner.
Yeah, and we saw, like, okay, Spoons was starting to throw a lot more 2H, try and answer, or like throw out 2H to answer dive, and we saw Spoons didn't really go for that much dive after that. I was like, okay, you answered it, now I'm going to approach it a different way.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and change the test on you.
Yeah. Oh, we got Tom standing up to bat, resident Lo Wayne player, as far as I was aware, plays Lo Wayne.
I love Lo Wayne.
But shout outs to Tom. He's a great dude. Also is an Exerd player and plays is a Leo player in Exerd.
I love Lo Wayne because I was watching a video from Sugar Punch Design Works. Ever heard of them?
Yeah, I've
yeah, they were talking about storytelling in fighting games, and they used Lo Wayne as an amazing example of how we could tell the story of the match without contradicting the lore of the fighting game.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know, Lo Wayne's kind of like the Mr. Satan of the game.
Yeah. He is a jobber.
He's a job. Oh, wrestling?
I just know that term. I hang out with a lot of wrestling fans.
Okay, jobber's an amazing word. Yeah, so Lo Wayne's a jobber, and in this game you're...
All right.
Okay, excellent, thank you. We got a button check here, so I could...
finish your story.
Yeah, he's a jobber, but he's fighting like the best of the world, some of them including God. So how do we reconcile this? Well, when Lo Wayne wins, they cut to him in the bar, like, and that's how it's done. So it's him lying.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to have a button check. Tom on Lo Wayne, and I believe his opponent will be on Anila, which is the sheep with the spear.
Oh, I love this character. Adila.
Yeah, Anila. Anila's a cool character.
Terry Bogard.
Kinda.
She's got his moves.
A little bit. She's got RUK Super.
Yeah,
She got Buster Wolf, but that's kind of it. Never mind, I have lied.
No,
Just played Anila. Just picked Anila for button check.
I wanted Anila. I thought of a good line for them. I'll wait later.
I apologize.
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Our fighters don't have taste. Instead, we're playing Fairy, the Indiana Jones of the game. She could literally, very reminiscent of characters like Whip from King of Fighters.
Yeah.
Because of the whip.
Yeah, that's pretty apt.
I know it's on the nose, but you got to call a spade a spade.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup because like Fairy wants to try and like keep you out, wants to zone you out with normals, maybe get a knockdown with the GG and then like set up some 50-50 stuff, but her 50-50 stuff hasn't really been the same. So it's going to be a lot of like zoning out with neutral. But Lowain also kind of doesn't want to go in. He wants to like, I want to charge my items.
So is Lowain like the closest thing we got to a Faust?
Kind of. He's going to be a lot of like chuck items, like has a random item generation. Is going to be chuck the homies, have the summons.
But how is his ability to close the gap?
He does have one of his ult skills is actually really good for closing the gap. I believe it's ult back, like back ultimate skill.
All right, uses the homie, takes the whip, but it's another latching.
And that's going to be a really key thing in this matchup is like, oh, you want to try and zone me out with your normals? I'm just going to call ultimate homies. And even if you hit me, they're still going to come in and hit you. And they're going to get the punish. And TomTom taking it.
It really looks like TomTom, what he's aiming for is a hard knockdown. That way he could approach with a run and maintain positioning.
Yeah.
God, Lowain's an idiot.
Lowain is so cool.
He is cool. I mean, Mr. Satan's also really cool.
Yeah.
Iago finally resorting to the speed. Oh, watch out for the slide.
Yep. All right. Grides is still looking pretty good. Oh, he's going to get the guard cancel. Wants to try and keep Lowain out. Going to get EX Beepo. Oh, combo with the GG. Get pretty good here.
And we're back to the middle. Iago switches sides, putting TomTom closer to the corner. That means Iago has so much real estate to run away to.
Yeah. But here we go. Gonna get the Rising Strike. Bait out the DP, but that's gonna be really tough to punish.
No punish on the anti-air from TomTom. TomTom in his ideal situation, but he's getting whipped right back to the opposite side of the screen, and that's gonna be the round.
Yeah, ult whip will be enough to seal it out. 1-1 in the round count.
Yo, we're getting real Whip It Devo vibes right up here. Fairy finding an answer to Lowain.
All right. Battle 3. Engage. Calls the homie. Homie's enough to eat the hit, allow TomTom to try and get in here.
It reminds me a lot about Phoenix Wright using Maya.
Yeah.
Oh, air throw!
All right, that's an answer.
Oh, and a cross-up belly flop. TomTom showing that he might be playing a joke character, but he is no joke in this matchup. And the side switch.
This one carried all the way to the other corner, by the way.
And eats the curry, too. 3 curries.
All right, that's going to be a lot of HP back, too. And sure, you carry... Like, Iago's got TomTom back in the corner, but again, ultimate homies going to be enough to get some damage on that hit.
And Gratis was forced to jump forward to avoid the missiles, especially when they have low on life. They got to be really careful of TomTom doing any stupid Lowain BS. All right, homie slide just outside of resistance.
Doesn't get the anti-air on that swing.
Homie cannot absorb it because that was a super.
Yeah. Ult skill not going to get through the homies on that one. But blocks the GG. But this is still a lot of life. And you know what? TomTom sees it. You know what? I can just try to be a little bit more patient, but is getting caught with his ultimate skill. Here comes human pyramid attack. This is scary.
This brings a whole new meaning to the phrase pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's really scary dealing with pyramid attack, because generally speaking, it is you can deal with it. It's you block high and you try to react to the low, but it's such a there's so much on your mental stack every time human pyramid attack happens, and because it's pretty easy to generate meter in this game, Lowain is probably going to get it at least once per round.
Okay. Now this time, Gratis is going for a more aggressive Fairy, choosing to put TomTom in the corner, but unfortunately for them, because of a simple side switch, TomTom is going to use this real estate to do a lot of damage. Yeah. Oh my god, that
blocks it all out. Gonna get the corner switch.
This is a far more aggressive match, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's far more aggressive. And it's working out pretty well for Iago. All the super. Control the neutral, my child.
Yeah.
Blocks the 50-50.
TomTom had to just stay in the corner and just hold that mix up.
Yeah.
And even then, with such little life, just blocking it pushes him closer to death.
Yeah, you block it, and you're like, okay, well, I got to eat another 50-50. And then it's like, well, now I'm just going to get thrown.
All right, this is probably one of the more competitive matches that we've seen in pool so far. A lot more back and forth this time.
Get the knockdown.
3 jabs and the reset, calling in the homies for the... Oh, excellent blocking from Graditz.
Gonna get the full counter hit combo here. Looking for throw.
Dude, I kind of want to play Lil Wayne.
Lil is really good this version.
Well, you have to remember, I played Faust and Teddy.
Oh, yeah. No, you should play Lil Wayne.
Okay. I had the stupidest reason why I played Teddy.
Why was that?
Because I cosplayed him and I do a really good Teddy voice.
Oh. I mean, I think you fit in with other Teddy players.
Yes. Like, if you play Teddy, you're a degenerate. If you play an item character, you're just asking for it.
Yeah. Gotta get the full combo here, though.
Graditz sticking to this more aggressive style, putting TomTom in the corner. TomTom trying to run out, and this is what Graditz is wanting, anticipating TomTom's urgency.
Yeah, no, trying to pick an option every wake up here is getting caught wrong every time, though. Here comes the super. This should be enough.
It is not should be. It's definitely enough, and we are tied 1 game apiece. Graditz showing that we can play Fairy at range 0.
Yeah, all right. It's not typical, but you know what? You know what? If you make it work, you make it work.
And Graditz is going to go ahead with this rushdown style.
Yeah, and a lot of what's enabling this is finding the GG setups.
Okay, TomTom, he's been in this situation before where he has corner, but he always finds a way to let it slip away.
Let's find out. The guard cancel is plus unblocked in this game.
Uh-oh. Bad.
Caught walking back, looking for the 50-50 on the overhead. But here comes the human pyramid attack. Gets caught with the low. Finds the knockdown. And that's a lot of... okay, has to super, wants to try and get the diamond back. But here comes the throw. You're stuck in the corner. GG looking for guard cancel here.
This is a lot of damage.
Not enough to kill.
Yeah, Graditz doesn't have super and gets the throw, and we are at set point. What's really interesting right now was that TomTom had, with the pyramid, they forced Graditz to the opposite side, but when they push their advantage, Graditz always finds a way to get the side switch.
Yep. Maybe a back throw, gets a hit, and manages to combo into a side switch.
Because if you look at it, a back throw is you took all that aggression your opponent got and made it yours.
Yep.
Your corner carry is my corner carry now.
Yeah, TomTom letting this parry attack. I don't think this parry attack is really panned out all too much. Trying to parry the GG, but Yago's just like, oh yeah, I'll just throw you.
I feel like if I'm TomTom, I shouldn't just try to so hard to hold the corner.
He's gonna get knocked down. Here comes GG. Okay, gets the missiles. And man, it just keeps getting caught. Counter hit here at neutral, and yep, that'll be it. TomTom will be sent to losers.
That is a very if you're TomTom, you definitely would be feeling that one because you spent.
Okay. I will be stepping off because I have my own matches to play.
All right, go ahead.
I will probably be back.
Excellent. You do that. You look like you're at home right now.
I am. It's beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
I'm in my element.
Might as well let the chat know who you are. I know who you are, but they might not know.
Yep. Looking like we're back, ready to go. What's going on? Name's Avian. Commentate a lot of Guilty Gear here. A lot of anime here as well. You might have actually caught me on the last broadcast for GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus here at Guildhouse. Now joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Captain No Fun. Nice to finally get in the booth with you, my boy. We're about to get some good matches going.
Oh, we've seen some great matches. We actually saw a very rare range 0 fairy play right there against TomTom.
Ooh.
And TomTom really had the round, but it's not over till it's over, and we got the reverse 2-0. And that's why fighting games are so great, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's like you can never really truly write off a character, especially in this day and age. Like, back in the day when they had, very, very interesting balance. You could definitely be like, all right, like this character really can't win. But nowadays, if you put in the time, the effort, the dedication into a character, then you can definitely make stuff work. And that's what we're seeing right now on this very broadcast.
Indeed, and this is definitely GRANBLUE's time to shine in California with a 38-player bracket. A lot of locals came in. It really feels like winning in secondary, and it's more so showing the strength of GRANBLUE in the Bay Area.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Bay Area GRANBLUE has already shown its mettle. The Bay Area taking up not only 1, but 2 spots of EVO's top 6, and including the champion and Aaron DeMack. It's like, this that definitely just solidified that this region is the place to be if you not only want to get to know some great people, but also want to play some great GRANBLUE.
Oh, and now there's some great players. That's Spoons on the right. We already saw his socks, yes, a few matches ago of hyper streamlined offense. It seemed almost like a combo exhibition of the character. You know, how do I play it? Do this.
Yeah, no, Spoons definitely a maestro on his character. Really excited to see him back on the stream. Got a chance to, watch a little bit of his play a little bit earlier on in the month, back when that patch was still nice and fresh. But now, gonna have to see how he's gonna do in this next matchup.
I don't know if this is button check or not.
Probably gonna button check. I don't know. It's like I feel like with GRANBLUE they tend to like their button checks. Like, listen, I want to make sure my buttons are.
It's like a vestigial organ. For those that don't know, it's like stuff that we still have in us.
Yes. That we don't need.
That we don't need.
Exactly.
I was telling that for the chat. You
Oh,
knew.
yeah.
No, you knew. they don't. Remember, like, that's the key of broadcasting. Always assume that somebody doesn't know.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like, I love it because it's like, oh, wow, we have this. It's like we have this thing that's literally included in the game for us. They saw us button checking going into the game. It's like, all right, listen, we're going to make it so you can button check right here. No. That's not going to work. Listen,
No.
I understand.
No. Maybe it's because, if I'm a player, I don't want to just see the P button. I want to see the punch.
Exactly. I'm like, I need to see Gran charge up that 5U, and that's how I know it's working. Otherwise, absolutely no chance.
Okay, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. It looks like it's a battle of the speedsters.
Yes. Yep, we got 6 versus that Lancelot. 2 characters who have been very dominant in the meta. Lancelot not so much over the entire lifespan of the game, but 6 has had a common stay up in the upper echelon of characters throughout GRANBLUE's entire lifespan.
Yo, personal note, if you had to wield one of their weapons, do you want double short swords or the claws?
Give me the claws. You don't even got to ask.
Well, Wolverine much?
Absolutely. It's like, listen, I'm an X-Men fanatic, baby, and 6 just gets the job done. But Elysian going to go ahead and try and get the job done immediately. Spoons, as we said, a very strong player, but Elysian, honestly, not too familiar with their game.
Yeah, we talk about Wolverine, and Spoons is going to need that Canadian healthcare if he's not going to find an answer real soon.
Absolutely. Here we go. Tries to go for the parry. Going to get blown up by the icicle, though. DP's going to whip, but the hit on the way down is going to be more than enough for Elysian. Going to close out the round with a throw and get things kicked off in a real speedy fashion.
I really like Spoons' decision to go for the cross-up, but Elysian saw that coming with the DP and just turned it around.
He is absolutely going ham right now. Look at this. Just seems to be making all the right decisions. All the plays are going the way of Elysian. Saw the hype in the chat for him, and now is making sure that hype is backed up by some good-ass GRANBLUE.
Yes. I think Elysian saw all the pro Spoons chats and taking them personally.
Oh, yeah. It's like, now he's going right now. Look at, he just has to get out of this corner. Tries to find his way out with the wall perch, but it's not going to be enough.
Okay, there's the crossover. Spoons wanted it in the last round. Now it's his time to get the corner.
Really like that decision from Spoons. Just trying to find his way out any way he can, and is going to find that and just desserts as well with that SSBA.
Definitely, but let's see if Spoons is going to finish off their meal. He's definitely the type of player that will use every single advantage he can, especially with damage.
Again, we're plus here, can't do much on that. DP comes up from Elysian, and quick work for game number 1.
Wow. You can see Spoons, he's doing the gamer nod.
Yep. You know what? This is looking a little doomed, but you know what? I got more on the tank type of nod.
But if I'm Spoons, that last round, that's hope. It shows that I can stack up against this guy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, so far at least with that last exhibition, we are seeing that, you know what? Nothing is going to be really too deep in this matchup. I've just been guessing wrong every once in a while. Can't do much about that, so it's all about resetting the mental and getting back into the game.
Oh, but we're in some dangerous territory. 23 seconds in, and Spoons is already at 1 crystal.
Yeah, no, already using very liberal use of those bravery points. Now Elysian's going to have some fun with it. Lancelot already had some pretty consistent damage. Going to be exemplified by the lack of bravery here from Spoons.
Yeah, Spoons is a brave man, but he's running out of brave stocks. And Elysium, he's down to 0 crystals, but with that life lead, it probably won't matter. Spoons better make this count.
Uh-oh. Now we're at a point. One more mix-up is going to do it. Go for the Raging Strike, and that should kill. Doesn't have the resources to counter it, and then very cerebral play by Spoons to go ahead and go up around.
People have said that these bravery crystals are more valuable than life itself, and we just saw why.
Yes, literally more valuable than life itself. actually dictating the amount of health that you're going to take on each of these combos, on each of these guesses, and Spoon just staying so aware, allowing him to take control in the second match.
But Elysium, look at that. Look how they're moving undeterred.
Yeah, dude, this is looking absolutely incredible right now for Elysian. So far, like you said, you gotta have a short-term memory if you want to go ahead and compete in fighting games. Gets out of the way of that parry. What a reset by Elysian.
Okay, we are pretty much one combo away, and Elysian, oh no, we're just gonna keep going. All right.
One combo away. He said, listen, what about no combos away?
You're right, let's just hit the 25 and call it a round.
Exactly. Great stuff by Elysian. Like you said, we're seeing a character exhibition on both sides. Elysian is showing off, you know what? We got some Lancelots up here in the north side of the California.
Man, this battle is real speedy. It's just a battle of who wants to keep their turn going. And this corner, the corner pressure is the story of this set.
Catches Elysian pressing on the way down. Spoons now getting a chance to shine. We saw long combos before. Got to see what the reset is going to hold for Spoons. What a walkout by Elysian, and once again the corner is going to be swapped.
Oh, and both fighters are sitting at 100% gauge, meaning we could do big damage like this one. Full cinematic, baby.
This is looking outstanding, but now you are in a very scary spot right now if you're Elysian. Doesn't look like it, but now you have a Spoons, you have a 6 sitting in SSBA range, gonna go ahead and spend it, and this might kill. Look at how few bravery points are on the side of Elysian.
Again, we're going back to the story of the bravery points. We saw Spoons, we wanted to stick a fork in him and call it done, but nah, he's back for another meal.
This feels like the battle of a GRANBLUE player versus a Rising player, because this bravery system was not introduced in vanilla, but we're seeing a lot of those vanilla fundamentals coming out from Elysian. Spoon's able to take advantage of every bit of mechanics that the game is giving it.
That is something. You got to use every tool in the toolbox in the Home Depot, but you got to make the right tool in the right situation.
Exactly. I mean, look at how Spoons is able to take advantage of it. Well, look at how Elysian is able to take advantage of the screen position. Goes into the SBA. Now it's going to be a one mix-up situation for Spoons to hang on to this round.
And unlike before, Elysian has all their bravery crystals, so we can't do these miraculous comebacks as easily. But hey, Spoons is a fighter. They're going to press their advantage. He's plus right there. Excellent decision making.
I was going to say, if I'm Spoons here, I really want to build up another SBA. Want to go ahead and get at least one more of those bravery points back. Gonna get hit by the guard crush and the low to close it out.
Oh man, you asked for some good ass GRANBLUE. Are we getting it right now?
We are getting it indeed. I was just expecting to hop on, fill in for Aether, who's been holding it down. But we got what I can definitely bill as one of the best sets that I've seen so far tonight.
And we're only in winners round 3.
Exactly. We just got here. Still have so much more in the top 8, but for now, we got to see who is going to continue their warpath trying to get there. We see that Spoons is just laying on that pressure nice and thick. Goes for the punish. Once again, we're going to see that Brave counter come out for Elysian, trying to hang on to this little bit of health he has left.
Oh my god, what I really find interesting is both of these players, how long they can hold on to their momentum. It's really like so one-sided early on. And Elysium, now it's their turn to fight back at 1 pixel left. Can they make the big comeback like Spoons did earlier?
Yep, I believe that we have the SSBA. Let's take a look at that. How cinematic is. It's got to be that. But once again, we see it again from Spoons. I was going to say the threat of the super was there. Elysian trying to play it safe, and it comes back to bite him.
Yo, Spoons got that anime protagonist plot armor right now.
Craziness. I mean, we have been hyping him up all night, but this is what truly separates the good from the great, this ability to stay calm in these situations that seem so due.
However, Elysium is still fighting really well, and they also have been snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. It's still anyone's game.
100%. Break counter coming out here, utilizing those plus frames. Elysian, though, going to go on the other side. You see it, big counter hit off of that 5H. Just going to go right into the super. I like that. Take away the bravery, tack on the damage, and set yourself up for some success.
Yeah, the moment Spoon got that counter, you can just hear a switch flip. Okay, both of them. We have our bravery crystal spent, and Spoons from the jaws of defeat wrenches control, moving on.
Absolutely. What a set coming out here. We always hype up that last game, last round, but rarely ever does it look as close as that does. We saw comebacks, we saw big damage, we saw incredible decision making from both sides. I feel like that's definitely a set that both players can be happy of regardless of the winner.
Yeah, that's the set there's going to be 3 people that are going to download that set. Spoons, Avian, actually 4, and ourselves, because we made some amazing calls thanks to the beautiful plays of the players up there.
Incredible stuff coming out from both sides here. I mean, listen, if it's this early on in the bracket and we're already getting plays like this, what awaits for us later on? I mean, like I said, this bracket is already stacked. We have players like Spoons. We have players like Vermilion, who's been holding it down up here for South Bay GRANBLUE. And we're just going to have even more hidden bosses over there like that Elysian pick.
Yo, but this just also shows the power of anime in the Bay Area. If you like what you see, you better come down here and fight the best. Or if you want, just come down here to be the best. Because y'all are super friendly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's a great community out here, man. It's like Guildhouse, super inviting venue. All the people who come through, super inviting, especially for the anime side. I always got to rep and shout out Guildhouse Strive, because that is my weekly. Love coming through on those Wednesdays. Love coming through, competing, chatting with y'all. But now we're over here representing GRANBLUE, who also is on Wednesdays as well. So every 2 weeks, they come out, they run GRANBLUE. So if you want to come in, fight some of these super strong players, interact with some of us, and come get a drink at the bar, always be sure to come through the Guildhouse.
It's really a meshing of all the amazing worlds, because we're already here because of Guildhouse. Guildhouse, I like to call the nerd hub of the South Bay.
100%.
But also, we have the one and only Genesis. Genesis coming back again. They are back in black. I know I said that earlier, but it's really cool to one Genesis, let alone 2.
Yeah, I mean, not only we're going to get this Genesis Black experience, which has proven incredible not only for the fighting games, but the Smash has been outstanding as well. We are going to get an even better show coming in a few months at normal Genesis over in the San Jose Convention Center. We have so much fighting game action up here in the South Bay. You don't want to miss any of it.
Yeah, I was lamenting to my friends that outside of, I get a little envious of the Midwest and the East Coast, because we don't got a lot of big majors. So I'm really happy to see something that's up and coming and so accommodating to the local scene. All spectrums.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Genesis, definitely, love them. They definitely made some very strong improvements to their fighting game accommodations. We just got better broadcasting stuff overall. We got a better stage. It feels like we really got treated like, all right, we're not just a side event now. We're truly adding on to the Genesis experience, and it's been a wonderful time.
And the people are showing up. Again, 38 players in this bracket. I remember back, only a few months ago, GRANBLUE was just a blip on the radar on start.gg, and people are showing up, and they're showing up in droves.
Yeah, all over the world. All over, not only just the country, like I said, all over the world as well. This Arc World Tour has been popping. I mean, we have 2 events this weekend. Already crowned 2 champions, actually, I believe. One with, it's one in First Attack, and then, of course, another at ECT.
Ooh, that is so good. It is so good. Shout out to that. Oh, man. I love where we're at in terms of fighting games. And what about you? What makes GRANBLUE Versus so appealing to you, Vivian?
So I was a big fan of just Luane, but also I feel like GRANBLUE in general has a really good rep when it comes to how they present their characters. There's a ton of character interactions, so you are kind of getting drip-fed that lore throughout just literally just playing the normal fighting game, which I thought was really tight. But yeah, no, it's basically just whenever a new version of the game comes out, find a character, I'm like, you know what, they're pretty cool. Let me go ahead and learn them. Let me go ahead and see what's good, and that's been keeping me around. So.
Yeah, so one of the things that I really find appealing about the character designs here is sometimes with other games, especially with BlazBlue, you look at a character and you don't know what they do, even with a background knowledge in characters. But you come to GRANBLUE, you pick Lavidia, you're like, that's the grappler.
Yeah.
You see Lancelot, okay, that's the speedy guy. You saw Gran, okay, that's my vanilla ice cream.
Yes. It's their overall aesthetic designs very much do agree with how they play, which can't necessarily be the case for a lot of anime games. My favorite, not my favorite, but one of the more interesting archetypes of anime is the small little girl gorilla that happens to be in every game. You think about the Miyakos of the world, think about the Mays. We're wow, this character's pretty cute. Why did I just get hit for 60%?
Okay. I definitely want to see her. I'm really also just interested in who shows up character selection-wise, because we've been getting a really good spread. I don't think I've seen a single character play twice, unless it was the player coming back.
Luckily, I do know both these players, so we are going to be seeing Do It For Her, who you can see either on the Near. I believe he's going to go on the Bubs, but has the Near and the Bubs on lock. And then Daleem going to be going ahead on the Siegfried.
Ooh, Siegfried. Okay, now that's the first time I'm going to see a repeat. Afterburn's telling me that Siegfried is one of the top 5 characters in the game. Do you agree with that statement?
I do. I think that Siegfried is very good. He used to be like one of the disputed like top 1 characters in this game. It was like Near. It was like Near was kind of like, oh, like this is like game breaking type deal, but Siegfried just played GRANBLUE the best. Had this incredible fireball, did a ton of damage, was able to establish really strong strike throw pressure. The fireball game a little bit more weak, but all of the rest of the core components of the character are still the same, making him still incredibly strong.
I see. It really sounds like one of Siegfried's reasons why he's excelling so well is he gets to quote-unquote play all the tools of GRANBLUE.
Yeah. I mean, I have a philosophy that there tends to be 2 archetypes of characters that are in the top tier. They either don't play the game at all. You know, they kind of like to bend the rules. They tend to have offensive tools that you don't necessarily see in a lot of those scenarios. Or you have characters on the other end, like you said, who have every tool at their disposal, and all of them are incredibly strong.
Exactly. A type of character that we were talking about before, the one that gets to ignore the mechanics of the game. I come from Street Fighter. That's what we say about JP.
That's JP.
Yeah,
yep.
He doesn't play Street Fighter. And because he doesn't play Street Fighter, you know, you're playing checkers and he's playing chess.
Literally. It's like, it seems to pop up in every type of game, like pretty much no matter what. And now we're seeing it here in GRANBLUE as well, seeing the latter of those 2 archetypes. We've got Siegfried, who, as mentioned before, just tends to have everything that you can need if you want to play some really high-quality GRANBLUE versions.
Indeed. Okay, it's an easy start for Daleem. Go to first, stuck in the corner, but the RBO's above, so things could easily turn around. And there's...
Oh my goodness, getting the black hole corner steal with a dive out of the corner. And now we're starting to see some of those Bubs tricks. This matchup is going to look incredibly slow placed compared to the last one, not only because we had 2 speedsters, but also because we have 2 characters who really want to get that slow play and really want to get that one hit that they're looking for.
Yeah, both of these players, it really feels like a pot about like simmering. And they're just waiting and waiting. And okay, Daleem finding them one moment, one interaction away, they could take this round.
Look at that. Essentially no running from either of these guys. That's going to be the command grab. Love that. Going for the SSBA. Don't know if it's going to kill it. It definitely should, but... And it does.
Oh my god. It's so tense. It's like a Kurosawa film with these guys.
I love it. That setup is so funny. It's like, you know what? We're just going to do a black hole right into the unblockable for fun. So many small tricks with Bubs. Honestly regarded as one of the weaker characters in the game. But now is at least with Do It, has been showing off that metal.
Yeah, Daleem definitely playing one of more defensive Secret. He got it hit on the approach. Oh, comes in.
Oh, shoot. God, this looks good here. Love those sweeping strikes out here from Bubs. You know, really making sure that space is nice and established. Once again, you got to guess, and you're going to guess wrong. Another super on the side of Do It.
God, sometimes we're flipping coins in this situation, man.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the power of that EX black hole. Puts you in a guaranteed guessing game. It's like sometimes you can find your way out, weasel your way out of scenarios, but when Bubs puts that on the screen, you got to make sure you make the correct choice.
All right, Daleem finding their approach now, decides to run in, and Dotifer, gets sent to the corner. This is Daleem's time to win. Ooh, what if they keep eating that? That time is not happening.
I love that. Get your safe jab out of here. Get your SSBA into your SBA. Excuse me, not going to be quite enough to kill, but trying to jump that fireball sure is.
Ooh, that was real tense for Daleem, and you really want to know is will he decide to just play even more defensive or kind of dip into the rushdown waters a little bit?
I mean, knowing how both these characters want to play, Daleem is definitely going to be the one who needs to be on the driver's seat, all things considered. Do It, just trying to mix up all these different types of timings, make sure that he can call out Daleem in any of these scenarios.
Not to mention avoid the corner. When you're in the driver's seat, you get to control the space.
Oh man, as you can see, they're trying to do a hard call out with the counter.
Two throws, back to the middle? Interesting decision.
Nah, but it's going to be real easy here for Do It. Look at that, already right back in the corner. Gets the wall breaking down. Look at that, one hit confirm. Gets the fireball and the confirm as well, the first game.
You can see that Daleem went for our sweep, but was just missed space, allowing Dotifer to whiff punish, gets the game.
Doing it for her in strides right now.
Don't! I just realized it. I just, sorry, I do it, not don't.
Gonna go ahead into the fireballs though. Naming conventions aside. There we go. So as you can see, this really strong strikes coming out here. Really a fan of that EX dive kick, but you have to really establish, you know what, I'm going to make sure that you think you're a sitting duck here with these fireballs, and that's when we can let the EX dive kick start to roll.
Okay, Darlene going with the low. Now they got doing it for her. Oh, excellent reversal.
Yep, I love that. Just making sure that safe jabs are off the table with these empowered reversals as well.
That was the black hole, wasn't it?
Yep, that was unblockable. Unblockable coming out here. DP coming out on the side of the Leem. Has such a little margin of error. Gonna force out the Brave counter and not even get shipped out. It looks like tried to dash block, tried to run up or something. All gonna get shut down by Do It For Her.
Yeah, Do It For Her on set point. This is definitely, they are in the driver's seat and we are driving Ms. Daisy with a slow march to victory.
It's looking absolutely in prime position here for Do It. Goes for the grab again. Showing off this Bub's prowess. Gonna see a great confirm here by Dalim. At least just wants to get some sort of offense established. Look at that. We are already approaching the corner now off of a jab in the other side.
Yeah, 10 hits really changed the tempo of this match. Oh, man. We're exchanging Do It For Her without any Brave Pistols. If I'm Dalim, this is the time where I get in their face right now.
Gotta wait for that Darkon to come back. It seems like we are back and ready to go.
Slams the low. Do It For Her in the corner.
Oh my goodness, avoids that super with the Raging Strike. Gonna go ahead, dip right into those reserves, going through all of the points indeed and getting around on the board.
Hey, lose it or you lose it, my friend.
Absolutely, I mean, used it, won it, didn't need to lose it at all there.
Okay, Dalim definitely picked their moment to strike. Will Do It For Her make such a critical error for the second time. Oh, they clash! They clash! And Dalim coming out on top!
Oh, those clashes so tough. That ODDP also so tough as well. It's going to be huge here for Dalim.
Oh, the pendulum is swinging in the other direction. And Do It For Her wants to wrestle it back.
Look at that. Goes for the grab. Good tech over here by Dalim. Has to guess once again. Is going to find the way out with the Brave counter.
Good use of the jab to establish block string. And Dalim calling out the error.
Love that. Going right there into the Darkon. What a jab. Are we going to get the conversion? Normalizes the combo with that Raging Strike. And now we're going to bring him all the way back here.
Oh, what are we doing? Oh, just short, just short. Oh my God. Right call, wrong space.
Oh man, I don't even know if we can really call that a proper right call. It just feels like the moment that you see that, you see that SBA come out for Beelzebub, you got to be like, all right, my main goal, I'm just going to jump, get out of there, go for the whip punish. Doesn't end up finding it, tries to go for the super, not quite as a counter, but at the same time, and it's going to be on the losing end for Dalim and on that Siegfried. Such a minus situation, but great on Do It For Her to capitalize.
Yeah, it was, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was tense. That was the equivalent of watching two swordsmen in the middle of a field just with their swords at the ready.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an intense moment for sure. Do It For Her, I mean, just putting on a show right now.
A very oppressive showing from Do It For Her, very fitting with the character that they play.
Yep.
I will impose my will on the battlefield.
Yep, I remember when he came over to San Jose State, shout out to Spartans, came through and was like, you know what, I'm looking for people to play some fighting games with. I play some GRANBLUE. I'm like, how are you at GRANBLUE? He's like, I'm pretty all right. Next thing you know, comes out here and puts on a show on the biggest stage in San Jose. It's been a treat to watch him so far.
Oh, Cole, look at this. We got Spoons back on the stage for a third time. He is representing OTG, current holder of the Madhouse GRANBLUE Championship belt.
This is going to be another banger for sure. Not only representing Madhouse, but representing that 6 pick as well. We're going to see the man who brought a medal back to San Jose going up against a local legend in Spoons. I mean, this is going to be a great match to watch all around.
It is. Things got a little dicey for Spoons in the last game. So the question is now, is Spoons hitting that, that skill wall of players, or will he just find another way to persevere?
I mean, I feel like with the way that Spoons plays and the type of character he plays, it's always about finding your way out of those unideal situations. Like, when you're on 6, sometimes you just end up overcommitting. Like, there used to be times we could just run behind this fireball and you'd be like, you know what, we're going to be chilling. But nowadays, with how the game is structured, you can't necessarily run that same strategy. So if you want anything to get done on your end, you got to take some of those risks.
Indeed. And one of the big examples in Spoons' playbook is that dive kick, that dive attack. He's been using it in great effect, and he's been using it sparingly enough that it hasn't been called out yet.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like, it's all about how you set up your options. Your options can be good, but at the end of the day, when you're going down there competing, it all comes down to when you are using those options, because there you could be like, oh, well, this thing is objectively really good. This thing is really, really strong. But if you aren't giving yourself the proper setups, instilling the proper fear in your opponent, then those options can be a lot more diminished than you could expect.
Especially when, you're right, because the mental stack is so low, your opponent can see them coming and bam, but you got to overwhelm them. And we're going to go ahead and be overwhelmed with a little bit of button checking.
Here we go, just making sure everything's working properly. This is definitely the set where you want to be absolutely sure that everything that you got is going and working, because any mistake against either of these players can net a really bad scenario for either one.
We are at winner's quarters, and the more that you advance, the more pressure that you put on yourself, because the ghost of victory is right there. It is in your grasp, and that is either going to motivate you to greatness or doom you to failure.
100%. I mean, just really excited to see how those interactions are going to look at this level of play. I mean, seeing this as a winner's quarters match is already so incredible. Like, I didn't even know that we had that little talent in the bracket so far, but I know that the seating up there at the top is looking real good, so we should be in for a few more treats as we kind of advance through this winner's quarter.
Oh, Vermilion. Something tells me they like to play a lot of Blaze Blue, too.
Yep. You saw the, it's like you see the shirt coming out here. Shout out to Anime Ascension.
Oh, there. We were already. Spoons goes for the over-level dive kick, and Vermilion with the neutral jump allows to jump right on top of him.
You're going to be seeing a lot of these combo limit routes coming out here from 2B. We've been seeing a lot of Lucilius come out on the side of Vermilion, but as you can see, we're kind of getting into that phase of the tournament where he's like, all right, I don't care what I really want to play. I got to lock in if I want to take this title.
Oh, my God.
Disgusting counter coming out here from Vermilion, showing off why he's been able to establish that name for himself. Look at that, Spoons and Vermilion just laughing, showing that even though we've got this high level of play, we still got that local vibe going on here in Guildhouse.
Oh man, if I may say the old anime cliche, is this the talent of the world stage?
Exactly. It's like you get that sense of that top level coming out here, and so far Spoons.
Yeah, this is when the protagonist team has to go like fight the world and like, oh God.
They're like, wait, everyone's kind of nice at this thing. Hold on now, I thought we were the best. I'm telling you, that's just the perfect representation of how EVO works, and the fact that Vermilion was able to get it done on that type of stage shows wonders. But nowadays, even though it seems more impressive to get those wins on those top players, dealing with the local legends becomes more tough because of the familiarity with the matchup and the players as well.
Understood. Anyone can still lose, and we've seen the likes of Angry Bird and Big Bird drop in pools.
Exact. It's like it really is. It really is just depending on how someone woke up on which side of the bed. Like, it really is crazy to see how some things can change between EVO champions to pool losers, escapers. Like, it's crazy.
Now, Vermilion, you can see just how cool they're playing it. Spoons is not the type of person that can be wrestled into the corner very easily. And we're just seeing Vermilion just maintain their pressure so strongly.
Oh, man, not able to get the conversion with that auto combo. Spoons. Love the ODDP, though. Tries to go for the anti-air, but the air stall proving so strong for Vermilion. Are they going to be able to pick up the kill? Has the brave point to get it done, but doesn't even need it.
Oh, my God. You know, I was saying Spoons was going to be one of the favorites, but I didn't know the power of Vermilion. This is a little scary.
Yeah, no, he's very strong at this, and it's already being proven right now. I mean, look at that. We already see has barely taken any damage so far, not only in this game, but in this set as well.
Okay, Spoons finally breaks out, establishing that pressure, gets right back to the middle screen, but Vermilion, ice in his veins, just holds out that block screen and finds the opening.
Oh, calls out the parry. Absolutely disgusting read from Vermilion. Has the skill points, has the bravery points as well. This should be more than enough. Needs to spend the meter, and Vermilion is going to take it with a quickness.
This is like when you're watching Dragon Ball and you see Vegeta, and he's cool, and then the androids come in and just beat him single-handedly. That's what we just saw.
Exactly.
We saw Spoons just claw, fight his hardest, and then Vermilion's all.
It's insane. It's like it really is crazy to think about how good some of these players can be. Like, I remember when I won my first guild house, I was like, all right, like, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Show up to the next couple, I'm getting like 4th, 5th, 3rd. I'm like, dude, what happened? Like, I thought that I was nice like that. Why are these people coming out here and whooping my tail? I mean, like, the skill ceiling over here in Northern California is just so high, and really just showing it off there.
Yeah, you're feeling like Yamcha, like, yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm one of Earth's strongest fighters. And then these Saiyans show up, like, what happened?
What am I supposed to do?
Is there a patch notice I didn't know about?
Yeah, I'm like, when these dudes get here, and when did they get so nice? Like, what's going on now? But
IRL DLC.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
real life power creep happening.
I literally got power creep. Like, man, shout out to AFK, man. Like, that was the spot to be before he came over here to kill
AFK Gamer Lounge.
Those were some beautiful days, but now, you know what? I would say, we weren't really rocking with the transition at first, but Guildhouse has been not only super welcoming, but it has definitely proven itself as one of the best venues in the country.
2 things about Guildhouse that I cannot stress enough why I love it. 1, it's well lit.
Yes.
And 2, it's spacious.
Absolutely.
Like, when you do a lot of FGC, local space is a rare commodity.
Yes.
And, you get a little bit of that sardine vibe going.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to be able to comfortably walk around a set, you take that for granted.
Absolutely. I mean, you can walk around anywhere here. I mean, I could go do laps. I can, like, just start breaking off in sprints around some of these aisles through these melee halls. It's like you truly get so much space. I mean, and the venue has already proven its worth. I don't know if you know this, but there's some people who will come out to Splashback specifically just so they can witness Guildhouse for the first time.
That is so cool. But we got ourselves another match in Winners Quarters. Definitely now, I might be calling my shot a little bit too soon, but Vermilion might be the guy to beat. Just because of Evo accolades and what we saw on screen. There is no rust on that metal.
Oh, yeah.
Well lubricated WD-40. He's ready to play.
It's real fresh for sure, but we got to see what or who at least can contend with him. As you can see here, we still got these winners quarters. These are all top 8 qualifiers right now. You win this set, you're going to be sitting pretty in the winner side of top 8, guaranteeing yourself that 5th place. You get a bit of time to rest before TPA.
You want to establish your spot as much as possible before you drop into losers. And top 8 is a lot of people's goals. So already the pressure's on these fighters. Quarters. I feel like quarters is when they start to begin to sweat.
Absolutely.
Especially when you don't taste top 8 a lot.
Yeah, because then it feels like, you know what, this is really my chance. If you go down, you got to go ahead and win another set. And you're like, you know what, I want to just go ahead, secure my spot not only in top 8 with that 7th place, but also a 5th place placing as well. Because regardless of what happens on the winner's side, you're at least going to be getting 5th place.
That is very true. That's a very good way of putting it. Because when you're winning, you go, I'm not guaranteed this wave of victory, so I got to ride it out to the sunset.
Exactly. You got to keep things rolling. It's looking like we're going to keep things rolling, letting the intros rock. This is going to be a matchup for the ages, though. We got Ladiva, the known grappler, and definitely the function grappler in this game versus a newly introduced powerhouse of a zoner.
It's David versus Goliath. A zoner is a grappler's worst enemy. But we saw Kello do a great job against a Siegfried, so they understand how to press their advantage and walk in.
Oh, yeah, that definitely feels like a prereq to trying to get on a character like Ladiva. It's like, you want to be able to go ahead and do anything with this character, you need to be able to push your advantage to its limits.
Okay, Kello on death's door. Neanderthal just doing what they want to do in the corner. This is ouchies.
It's going to be a little bit of damage so far. Not going to quite be able to kill, I believe. And a little bit on the clock there for Kello. Can't eat another special move, though. The chip damage is on the table as well.
And from the chip damage to the low, Neanderthal is going to take the first round. And also, why are your supers so good looking in this game?
It's a beautiful looking game.
It is. It's so good. And I'm jealous.
Too many cinematics. I mean, it's a great time.
Okay, Kello misses the grab, and Neanderthal going to put him right back to their favorite corner.
Oh goodness, I was not familiar with how much damage CCO was gonna pull out.
Oh my god, cross up. And this is all without the meter.
Sitting in the mid screen now. Kello has to be so careful with trying to run. The moment that you run, you are locked out of that block, but also you get access to those dash normals. Could look like the can opener here for Kello.
Oh yeah, we want that can up, but we want to burst this opponent wide open again with the triple headbutts. Mongolian chop to the uppers.
Oh no. Tried to go for that SSBA, not gonna find it. Now is gonna be out of contention and lost all the meter. Just gonna go for the drop kick to take their first round of the set as well.
We had to make a few omelets right there, but that scramble proved very fruitful for Kello. Oh wait, fruits in my omelets? That's actually, I would eat that.
Sounds pretty good. A little sweet and savory action going on.
Heck yeah. Lariat to get in, and oh, the command grab whiffs hard in the wrong position, but we're gonna just do it again.
Wow, I love that. Just going for the grab, getting the nose kick, showing that something was trying to be pressed over there by Neanderthal. Tries to go for the command grab once again. Neanderthal finds their way in. They're trying to set something up.
Low drop kick to the cross up, and that's gonna be a whip DP. And it's time for Kello. If they know what they need to do, just kill this person right now.
Oh! That's going to be huge. Trying to go for the reset, but this time, just going to go for the heavenly drop kick. That's going to go ahead and close out game number 1.
Yo, shout out to Common right there. Common Rider. Very Rider-ish. Yo, can we get a game that looks like this, but like with like huge Sentai vibes? I would want that.
Sounds fire. You know, it's like throw some Zords in there. Be beautiful stuff.
Okay, Kello. Kello looks like they found the answer to Neanderthal. Command grab into the corner. Elbow drop. Oh yeah.
Talked about how a zoner can be a grappler's worst nightmare, but the favor gets returned the moment that one of these offensive opportunities is taken advantage of by not only a grappler, but by a player as offensively talented as Kello.
Agreed. In the pro wrestling world, we call that a receipt. And Kello is looking to cash in that receipt, but Neanderthal does not want any of that return credit. Ooh!
Trying to go for the confirm, not gonna find it. The crowd's coming out. I love that. Kello kind of throwing his head back saying, man, I feel like I had that confirm on deck, but autopilot into the lariat. Gotta be a little bit more diligent if you want to close out these rounds, especially against a player like Neanderthal.
Yeah, spacing is really key, and sometimes you get too trigger happy when something lands and you're not aware of the situation. Okay, that time it hit.
Good. Throwing the tail out there, giving off the Susanoo vibes real nice.
And Neanderthal needs to win this game in order to stay in this. They do have one round over Kello, but last game they did have a round and Kello 2-0 them.
As you're saying though, Neanderthal pretty much has one more opportunity to try and make Kello guess, to try to get them out of this game.
It's definitely in Kello's realm to win it, but it's also Neanderthal's way, and they have the advantage of the life lead, and this will be the game. Oh, you see that big breath right there.
Yep. It's like, I mean, that's what we were saying before. Like the moment that autopilot lariat came out, they were just like, oh my goodness, like I can't believe that I did that. Now I got to go ahead, not only win another round, I have to win another game, and that's just to get to this top 8.
The mental stack and the pressure is building, and I always like to comment as the further we go, the more our skill and mental fortitude degrade because of endurance.
Yep. Endurance is such a prominent factor, especially in some of the harder games.
They back up, Kello rushes and gets hit on the jump in, but they get away with murder.
Oh, 6XL's blocked, still on those plus frames. Kello has to be so diligent. Once again, the spot dodge coming out here by Neanderthal. Tries to go for the headbutt and lands it.
This is so scary. Low drop kick gets the knockdown in the air, nothing out of it. Neanderthal so close to wanting to win, but they can't make any careless mistakes just like that. And Kello was not there. Kello was not where they needed to be.
Oh no, the lariat's coming out once again. Neanderthal knows you can crouch it now stone cold as he goes. Only has one more round to try and secure this top 8 finish.
You gotta feel for Kello. Kello saw that whip DP and just could not capitalize.
Uh-oh. Going over the headbutts once again. Tried to spot dodge the last one, but the good, real clutch play out here from Neanderthal to try to keep that offensive pressure going.
I really like what Neanderthal's doing. Like, hey, you know what? I'll just let Kello approach. Let me just poke them as they get their way in, and then when the time is right, just pile on the damage just like this.
Oh man, tried to go for the confirm into the super. Not gonna quite find it though. This is looking real scary for Neanderthal right now. Goes into the OD, wants to get some sort of damage on the table. It's gonna be a confirm, doesn't find it. Gets a whip punish on the headbutt, and that's gonna be the game. Neanderthal's gonna go ahead and take it.
Neanderthal showing how well they are piloting their character. And that was just excellent. That was just excellent. They made Kello play their game. Excellent. GRANBLUE's cool.
Yep.
GRANBLUE is cool. You knew that.
Oh,
I knew that.
Knew.
But we get to say this on stream.
Exactly. Gonna tell you guys, gonna show you guys all that GRANBLUE action. But that's gonna be it for me in terms of this GRANBLUE action. Gonna hand it right back on over to Aether Beat. I will catch y'all later for some top 8. So you better not go anywhere so I can see you later.
Avian, I'm jealous. You get to call the top 8 of this amazing bracket, man.
I mean, it's been real, and I'm super excited to see what else is going on.
All right, you go. Go do what you need to. Understood. Thank you. That was amazing commentary with Avian. Avian, a local legend in the anime broadcasting scene. And hey, welcome back, my friend. How you holding up?
After a valiant losers run, I am knocked out of the tournament.
Oh, what was the end score?
It was 2-2.
2-2. Hey, 2-2's good.
I'm floating in pools.
Yeah, you got your 2-2.
Yeah.
You never want to be like 0-2, 2-1. If the numbers match, I see that as a victory.
You get floating in pools.
Hey, Captain No Fun. Thank you, Zamzadad. Did I say it right? I don't know. But I'm not just the GOAT. I'm with the GOAT of Aether Beat right here, who knows their GRANBLUE in and out, and they're making sure I don't drown in this commentary because it's been a learning lesson.
Look, there's a lot to this game. What's cool is like players always bring something little unique to the table. They always want to, spice up especially when you're like at a local level where we have really good players here in NorCal, but in pools you're going to see a lot of weird stuff that you've never really seen before, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of variance in pools because everyone doesn't have the optimal stuff situated.
Yeah.
So you're seeing quote-unquote suboptimal decisions when in reality that's where the experimentation is.
Yeah. You're going to see a lot more scrambling. You're going to see like, especially as you like go further and further in pools, you're going to see people who kind of know what they're doing, but they know what to do, but they don't have the hands to quite do it yet. So you're going to see a lot more scrambling. But we're like getting to like winners, semis.
Now we're going to go ahead and a button check right now. And how do you feel about button checks in this current climate, especially with in-game button check, in character select button checks?
I just take the opportunity to like just pick music. I'm just like I know my buttons work. I checked them at character select. I know they work. If you want to do like a hand warmer kind of thing, go ahead. I'll just take the opportunity to pick up my music because I like listening to music when I play matches.
That's a really good way of using your time right there, but there's something to be said to maximizing the amount of time you spend on stage before you fight.
Yeah, I can see that argument.
Because when you're up there, you got the lights on you, you know you're on stream, you know that people are talking about you. But if you take this time to button check, that's more time that you could get acclimated to this.
You can acclimate to the... Yeah, I can see that. I can see like wanting to acclimate to the stage. But here we go. We're going to have Vasaraga versus Fairy.
Now, we already saw Fairy before. Lasaraga is a different one. This is the big beefy boy of the game.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of this character outside of NorCal. Like in NorCal, we get play all the weird characters. We have like so many. We have like 3 different Ladivas. We have like 2 Vasaragas, and it's like, why does NorCal play all the weird characters? We have like 4 Luanes.
Look, given our scene, we are filled with the weirdos.
I mean, yeah, that is just kind of NorCal, but this is gonna be it's gonna be rough for the Vasaraga here. Yeah, because again, like so many big whip normals, and again, Fairy gonna be like playing neutral with a lot of like whip and chucking out GG, which is gonna catch a lot of jumping.
How much of a liability is that larger character model?
It's really more like if you try to like approach, or, like try to jump in, it's a liability, obviously, because you are larger. You're going to get clipped by a lot of stuff. but it does normalize a little bit. Yeah, Spam Senpai is not looking good here. Is going to get caught.
Excellent showing from Graditz. We did see them take out TomTom before. They're still in the winners. We are in winners quarter, so whoever takes this gets to be in semis.
Yep.
Very important position to be in.
Yeah. I believe once you win semis, I believe that is top 8. But I could be wrong on that one.
Excellent decision.
Ooh, gotta get caught with the low. And that's really scary. It's like you get the knockdown, the GG's on top of you. You gotta be worried about the instant overhead.
Excellent conversions from Graditz, and Spam Senpai not really finding any answer to this aggressive fairy.
Nah, kind of just getting mixed. And it's gonna get throw baited. That should be enough. Yeah, seal it out. Game 1 going to Iago.
And we didn't really get to see anything from the other character.
Nah. And it's... And like, Foster's got some tools on defense. He's got, I believe command throw is invul, and he's got like tackle that's armored. So every time he flashes blue, you have to be like, oh, should I block this or should I like jump this? Because it's going to be like either command throw or a tackle on reversal. But so far, Iago's just been kind of playing the smothering game, going to get the knockdown with the GG, and is going 50-50. This time finally going for the overhead. Here's that tackle I was talking about.
And let's talk about the story with Graditz. They originally came into this tournament playing a keep away classic style fairy, and ever since TomTom they went, you know what, I'm putting you in the corner, let's just do this corner mix up.
Yeah. Especially like against Fossil Argo, where it's like, okay, you know what, you're big, I can easily hit my 50-50s on you, and when I get the knockdown, it'll be pretty fine.
Ooh.
Gonna break the armor with the whip throw there.
Graditz making some real easy work now. Spam Senpai. Spam Senpai needs to do something. We see flashes of offense in the early seconds, but the moment the fairy train gets started, we're done.
Yeah, it's not looking great. They're gonna get a knockdown. GG's out. A lot of jumping, but he's caught air blocking. That's really dangerous. You are about to get air unblockable. There's a knockdown. Is that out GG?
Okay, we're back in the corner.
Yep. Counter hit.
Oh, God.
Cross up, left, right, take the corner switch. Full combo. Don't think enough to kill.
No, but we are very, very close to the game.
This is scary. Yeah, he is big. He's also pretty slow trying to get in on these normal heavy rough.
Good burst out.
But backdash is the command throw attempt, and he's just going to get the punish with the ultimate twirl.
Okay, looks like our resident fairy player moving into winner semis.
Looking pretty good, getting the semifinals, and I want to say semis is you get there, you're guaranteed top 8. Either you win, you're in winner side, or you lose and you're in loser side. But you know what? You got top 8.
You got top 8. You got top 8 in a 38-player bracket at Genesis Black.
Yeah.
That's a lot you could hang your hat on.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Top 8 like anywhere, like especially in like once you get into those double digits where it's like, okay, there's like the 40 people here. It's like, okay, there are going to be a number of killers. It's going to be really tough to get to that top 8.
If I get my name in that little character, do you guys do those character spreads? You know, with the boxes.
I'm not certain here at Genesis.
I mean, in general, in the community.
Oh, in general, not particularly, but we do take photos.
Okay. Because I know that it's really popular in like Guilty Gear and in Guildhouse. They do the little, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the top 8ers.
Yeah, the top 8ers. The whole point is, if I ever got a top 8 at something like this, I would take that photo and frame it.
It is quite an accomplishment.
It is, like your name, your character. Come on. My wife got top 8 in Tekken with Kuma. Okay. Wasn't a huge bracket, but a top 8's a top 8 at Guildhouse.
A top 8's a top 8.
There's a phrase. Do you say this phrase? We say this around our spectrum. We take those.
We do take those.
Okay. So that's universal.
That's universal.
I wanted to know if the anime side.
No, that's universal.
Okay, cool. We take those. Excellent. I love that. That's one of my favorite phrases. Anytime you take anything that you feel fraudulent or you don't deserve, you just yell, We take those.
We do take those.
Yeah, some guy disconnected their controller and like fell off. We take it. Whatever.
It is what it is.
I don't know where that phrase came from, but it's such an amazing mantra of self-affirmation.
Yeah.
Which is something I really started to notice in this new generation of fighting games is self-affirmation is really powerful.
Yeah.
You know, gassing yourself up, gassing each other up. It used to be just what's on the scoreboard, and now it's like, how do I walk away from this experience feeling confident about myself?
Yeah, especially in a zero-sum competitive environment. You
Yes.
It's really tough on the mental to lose. Most people don't like losing. We're just okay with it. We eventually find ways to be okay with it.
So so phrases like "we take those" or the game is much closer than what the results
Yeah.
say. It's no one of the reasons why for me losing is so like heartbreaking because it feels like everything you did to get here was a waste.
Yeah. Another way to think about this is another way to look at it is that you always want to focus on like what the opponent did. Is like when the opponent does something and it works, you're like, okay, like nice. I try to whenever I'm playing, I try to comment being like, okay, yeah, like nice throw break, because like it's easy to get into that spiral of looking at yourself and looking at all the things that you're doing wrong. But if you look at what your opponent is doing right, it's easier to like kind of lighten up on your mental a bit.
Yeah, or just simple notion of like, hey, my opponent, I had to break their layer 1.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, the layer 1 is like the general game plan that your opponent walks into.
Yeah.
And if you break their layer 1, meaning you found a counter it, and you force them to adapt, that means you have solved one problem.
Yeah.
But then they solved your problem, and
It'll keep going. That's the nature of competitive.
that's what we
environments.
Yomi layers.
All right. Looks like we got Spoons back up the bat.
Yeah, Spoons had a really strong showing in his first 2 games, but then got knocked to losers by the one and only Vermilion.
Yeah.
And Vermilion made Spoons look. It looked like training mode.
Vermilion is the man to beat here at Genesis.
Okay, so I that's what I said with Avian. I said I was calling my shot soon.
He regularly wins our locals. He is the man to beat in NorCal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He is the man to beat.
So that's the name. That's the man where if you see his name in your bracket and you're like, oh darn it.
Yeah. At the very least, when you're like in a West Coast bracket,
He
is very strong. He's very capable.
We already saw that capabilities, but now Spoons needs to rebound themselves to get back in the top 8. He was 1 game away, but it was against Vermilion. So that might as well be climbing Mount Everest.
It's tough. Those are like the real heartbreakers when you're so close and yet so far.
It is. But then you got to remind yourself, like, who did you lose to? Because I had a friend, Super Yan. She took her first loss at ECT, but that loss was against Daigo.
Oh, yeah.
And she was on stream when she lost, but she took a round. You took a round on Daigo. Hey, look.
That's still an accomplishment.
Exactly. Many people have done way worse.
Yeah.
But I love how you perked up when I said Daigo. Like, of course.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna have Lancelot, or no, we're gonna have Seox and Siegfried. Gonna be 2 very different styles of play. Seox wanted to run in, and Siegfried wanted to play slower neutral,
but still fast. Wait, Siegfried. Wait,
yeah, still pretty fast, because like they have really good normals and they have really good offense, but they have a lot better keep out tools. They have really good pokes and they have really good andrews.
Indeed. If Spoons is able to stay outside of that hot zone and get a whiff punish, it's going to be all him. But Dalim, we've seen Dalim, and they play a very patient Siegfried, not afraid to just crouch block and just wait.
Yeah, exactly. Siegfried's definitely a character that rewards that kind of play.
Okay, with the low, Spoons. With the dive kick off of the knockdown, is that a good option?
Well, looking pretty good here for Dalim here. Going to get a full combo to the corner. Set up the EX Fireball.
Yeah, the Fireball was a great job to keep Spoons in place and allowed for Dalim to get the run up and continue the pressure.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's like super risk-free. It's like, all right, I'm back up. I'm a million miles away. I'm setting up this meaty Fireball, and I get to run in while you're in Blockstone.
Fireball is just a way for you to make your opponent do something.
Yeah.
Damage is secondary, in my opinion, for a Fireball.
Yeah, the space control is so important, and making your opponent block.
Okay, Spoons with the cross-up. Dalim being pushed into the corner. You can definitely see Spoons fighting a lot more apprehensive. They don't have that reckless confidence that they had before.
Yeah. There's that old DP, gonna get a knockdown, and out of the corner, gonna try to cross up. Here's a full combo off the lights. All right, fair to the corner, but EX Fireball now launches after the patch.
Oh my goodness, Dalim. Now Dalim is showing a lot more aggression, and that's that versatility that you brought up before with Siegfried, where before when he felt Beelzebub, held in, blocked, and this time he's actually just gonna meet Spoons where he is.
Yeah. And we saw Dalim like a lot more situations where like he was able to process offense. Like, oh, I got a knockdown, I get set up in the EX Fireball, I get to run in. There's a lot more of that happening. But is Spoons switching to 2B?
That is a very interesting choice. Spoons is definitely on the losing track with Sox and maybe Seahawks, realizing that if I did what I wanted to do, I'd probably lose again. So let's throw a little wrench in the works.
I do appreciate, like, okay, going to a character select and going to a different character, because sometimes, like, there's a mental block where you can't quite figure out how to change stuff with your, like, the current character. So it's like, changing the tools you have is probably the easiest way to try something different.
That's why having a pocket character is so valuable.
Yeah. Especially in a game like GRANBLUE where the characters themselves are fairly streamlined and simplified, so it's like, it's really simple to pick up another character for giving you another option. Ooh, goodness, bait out the guard cancel.
And already the switch to 2B is proving fortuitous for Spoons.
Yeah, look at that. Trying something different. Now it's all working. Having access to that double jump to bait out guard cancels. But here we go. Gonna get an ult DP for a knockdown. But you're still looking good. Oh, never mind, delete.
Now the question is, has Spoons found the answer to the test, or are there still more examples on the sheet? But Spoons gets the early round. He's going to need to win this game and the next one with 2B.
Yeah, no, the hover is proving to be pretty difficult for Dalim to deal with. And again, that is 2B is like prime example of rule breaker character. She's got a double jump, she's got a hover, she's got no proximity normals.
Okay, excellent corner pressure, but Dalim instantly gets the counter hit, and we're going right back to the center of the screen. And
Command Throw gonna get a knockdown.
This is a much more aggressive Dalim, and even in the last round.
Yeah, trying to set something up, but Spoons doesn't get the combo off that jumper.
Okay.
Oh, bait the throw.
That's what we call a shimmy in the fighting game world in Street Fighter 6. But Spoons not afraid to throw a second time, and Dalim with the super!
In front of me? Nope, not gonna work this time. All right, Dalim's now on set point. Now Spoons is like, okay, is this character pick actually gonna work out? Because again, now you're back against the wall. You have Dalim is on set point, but he's gonna get the 2H anti-air, doesn't get the 5H for the full confirm.
Oh, but gets the jump in instead, but doesn't get the conversion. There's so many times that Spoons is making the right calls, but not following through, but he's gonna follow right through now, taking Dalim to the corner.
Yeah, and the first time he went for that jump in, he tried to go for a heavy, it didn't combo, so he's like, you know what, I got this jump out, I'm just gonna go for a light, it's gonna work. Break the throw.
Dalim pushing the fight to the center, Spoons with the cross up, running in, okay, forcing Dalim, and the throw makes the mark.
Empty low, looking for, Dalim was looking for the hover, but here we go, full combo.
And Spoons has 100% gauge, and we're gonna spend it all. Let's get the cinematic and get the kill. No kill.
One chance, you're one mix-up away, but here comes the super.
That was the same super that killed Spoons in the last round, but he has so much life left. One little touch out for the overhead.
That will do it. The axe swing is going to whiff and get the 2A or get the jumping heavy on the other side. We are now 1-1.
And did you see how fast Dalim hit restart?
Yeah, just immediately back in. Doesn't want to take any time. Wants to try and like wrestle back momentum, just like stranglehold that momentum back, but it's not really working out here. You're stuck in the corner. Safe jump. Goes empty low.
Oh, it went for the throw for Spoons, not at the right distance, and Dalim gonna go ahead doing his favorite combo to put it right back to the center.
There we go, knockdown. Up and not go for any safe jump.
Now what I'm noticing is Spoons is really getting a lot of money off of these cross-ups and hovers.
Yeah, no, it's so important. If you're a 2B player, you need to start incorporating hovers because, again, it's kind of like a rule breaker system. No one can really do this, and this is...
Oh, there's that cross-up again!
Jumping heavy is such a good cross-up. And this is really scary. Now, if you're Dalim, you have no diamonds left. You have no guard cancel. It's going to wake up with ult fireball. It's going to work out.
And Spoons literally took a game when he was at 1 pixel left from an opponent with no crystals. But Dalim is playing Siegfried, and he could just do Siegfried stuff like that.
Yeah, no, we saw like an intense scramble between these two in those like last 5 seconds, where it was button into knockdown, into DP, into pressure. And finally, with us feeling out with like a scramble ult DP. But here we go, Dalim back on set point.
And Dalim having a very difficult time controlling Spoons in the air. Spoons staying remarkably good, just short to call out the fireball.
All right, gonna guard cancel out. Doesn't want to hold any block stun. Does get the cross up. Oh, it is plus. It's gonna get counter hit.
Yeah, both of our fighters have used one of their crystals.
Ult DP out.
Classic DP and Spoons. Spoons with a reversal of his own.
Yep, gonna go for a safe jump. Doesn't want to try and hold any DP, but here we go.
Now, one of the things is every time Dalim puts the fight to the middle, that allows Spoons to have cross-up on the table with the crouch heavy.
Here we go.
Right there.
And we aren't really seeing a lot of like cross-cutting of the DP to try and get a anti-air that jumping. And maybe he's like just not confident what side they're going to land on.
All right, Dalim is so close on set point. And
Get
what is Spoons doing?
That is the invul super, but it will chip out. Or it is the self-destruct super. Spoons does win.
Spoons with the gambit, blowing up the dress and blowing up his opponent for one round. Yo, that's a highlight. What a gambit!
I think it is unblockable. So you have to spot dodge it, I think. Or not, I don't think you have to spot dodge it. I think it's blockable.
Whatever, but
you see that super so infrequently. And now we have a skirtless 2B for the rest of the round.
So we're all winners here?
I guess so.
Okay.
No anti on the double jump.
Spoons. Dalim is knocked off ground. He was definitely not ready for that self-destruct, and Spoons has extended his stay in this game. But Dalim pile on that damage. God, you are so right. Siegfried could do anything.
It's so much damage, especially that was just a light buffer into Raging Strike.
Oh, Spoons with the backdash, trying to catch Dalim on something. Oh, this is it. This is definitely it. He's got the meter, but doesn't need it. And Spoons comes from the behind. The switch to 2B was meant to be, and Spoons is finding his way. Moving on.
Yeah, no, that was the first time we've seen representation of like block normal into guard crush. And like in that situation where Dalim only has one crystal left, it's really scary. It is a reaction check. Can you spot dodge? Because you can't block it, because if you block it, it's unblockable. But normally you can guard cancel the unblockable. But if you have only one crystal, it takes one away. You can't guard cancel again. So you're basically put in a check-away scenario or reaction check.
Hey, but shout outs to Dalim. They got so far. We saw some amazing set play from Dalim. Their time is over, but I would say it was well spent in this tournament.
Exactly. What great Siegfried's play from Dalim. But, you know, there's still plenty of games to play. You know what? You get knocked out, just go back to casuals.
Yo, Spoons is definitely radiating protagonist energy right now. When I called his last match when he fought Lancelot, he was at 1 pixel left and managed to take control because his opponent spent all his crystals and took the set, but then got knocked to losers by Vermilion. And now we're seeing that he has a pocket 2B.
All right, yeah.
Oh, that match was a little emotional, man.
It was so down to the wire, that set.
The self-destruct.
What an option. What an option to go for the self-destruct.
I feel like we did not justify, did not give that moment the amount of energy it did, because that was a Hail Mary.
Yeah, you don't really see that super very often. So the moment it happened, I was puzzled. What is happening? Oh yeah, this super exists.
Yeah, I have an excuse because I don't know what was happening.
Look, I barely see that super.
Oh my God, that was a moment. That was a moment. That's Spoons is a living highlight reel today.
Most certainly.
And so, literally, chat. Go back and watch the Spoons matches today. Also, shout out to OTG, one of the best locals out there that really takes care of his community. And Spoons putting himself in the danger zone to put GRANBLUE on his back and really showcase the game for what it is.
All right. Anyway, it looks like top 8 has been sorted.
Yes, we are at top 8. This is where the big stage gets to play, and I am so sad that that was one of the top 8 matches. Thank you. We've been in top 8. Yes, we get to call top 8, man. We got a little bit.
I guess we're calling top 8.
Well, I think our change will be happening soon. But we are going to get after one more match.
Right.
We're gonna after beat. The clock of Sin is about to strike midnight. Our time in the ball is coming up, but we're gonna make this last dance worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'll let him know later.
Okay. We'll get.
Okay, so we already know. We already know Vermilion's up.
Yeah.
We already see Spoons advance. I see. Why am I doing that?
We have phones. Don't you have phones?
Yeah, I'm yeah, please. By the way, one of the left hand here died. Ah,
There. Still kind of in a minute.
oh, you.
I also got it.
Oh, you also got it too? Okay, so we got Vermilion, Do It For Her, Iago, and Neanderthal in the top. So that is 2B, Beelzebub,
Fairy and Varusha.
And
Neanderthal
Varusha.
and Vyashra.
and Spoons with Zoc/2B, Dalim. Well, we just saw that, so
Yeah.
Spoons is advanced. Now we have Spam Senpai with that was
Basaraga.
Yeah, Basaragi, and Kello.
Kello
with
on
Lavidia.
Ladiva. So
Ladiva.
we're gonna have big body matchups here in.
Oh, that's a big body man. That's a meaty. That's what we call in wrestling a hoss fight.
Okay.
So a little more terminology since you know jobber. In wrestling, whenever there's two like large people, we call it a hoss fight because they're called hosses.
Okay. All right. Looks like we got Spam Senpai up, so we're gonna get that big body.
Oh, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get the hoss fight. And both of those characters have really good command grabs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but with Basaraga, his is kind of gated behind 50 bar. But Ladiva always has a good command.
Well, Lavidia is a wrestler, and we've seen that Kello is not afraid to use the lariat to approach.
No.
And one of the underrated tools in Kello's kit is the low drop kick for the knockdown.
Yeah, that low sweep.
The low sweep, because whenever you're a grappler, knocking down your opponent is amazing because you could cross him up, you could run up, wait for a button, dash back, do your throw.
Yep.
You don't want to be falling down in any fighting game, and especially against a grappler.
No, especially when they just like have so many access to 50-50s.
What is okay? What's the big guy again? That's not
Vasaraga?
Yeah, Vasaraga. How is his keep away abilities?
He's got pretty good normals. He's got
mean-
that big scythe.
Oh, I was about to say the scythe is not for show.
No, he's got some pretty good normals. He's got very big normals at the very least.
So if you were walking into this matchup and you were the Vasaragas, would you try to be playing more of a keep out style, or would you try to out aggro your opponent?
Grapplers
Dude, the
are
fact
so
that you breathe like that means you're seriously considering the question.
grapplers are so hard to fight because every grappler. We all joke that grapplers are all the same, but they do have subtle differences in the way they choose to defend themselves and the way they choose to play offense. That it really depends on the type of grappler you're fighting and like the player you're fighting.
I definitely agree, and Ladiva has some of the classic grappler approaches, such as the lariat,
Yeah.
the air throw. We've seen Kello do that quite often. So it's going to be interesting because Kello's loss was to somebody who could play the range game much stronger.
Yeah.
And that range is not as much of a threat in this match.
Not particularly.
Because Neanderthal was playing the DLC character
Varusha.
who has really good zoning potential.
Yes, has very good zoning potential. Has really good normals, like really good long low commit normals in that like far medium and 2M.
But that is not on the table, like I said before. So
Yeah,
I think-
Bosswork does have a fireball.
he does well. It's
It's a very low to the ground fireball, and it doesn't go very far, but it's a fireball.
but it's not a Siegfried fireball.
It's not a Siegfried fireball.
Because even I saw, because Siegfried was like making people stay in the air.
Like you got a super jump to get over Siegfried fireball.
Man, I feel like I'm really picking up this stuff, like through osmosis.
Yeah. That's the beauty of just like hanging around and watching the game, especially when you got people who do know the game. They're able to explain stuff, and you're able to pick stuff up pretty quickly.
But also the character diversity. Like everyone's playing someone different.
Everyone plays someone different.
In this top 8, I don't think there are any.
There are no repeats.
With the only repeat being technically Spoons and Vermilion, because Spoons has a pocket.
2B, yeah.
Yes.
But Vermilion is a full-blooded 2B.
Is that the character they used to win their medal with?
Believe so.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Kello versus Lavidia versus Vasaragas, I definitely see Kello being the one instigating a lot of these fights.
Yeah.
So what's with the plus 30? Is that a joke?
I don't know.
I think, oh, they were talking about the one of 2B's moves or something. Okay. I saw a movement, but that's the chat deleting itself. Obviously, this is a button check.
Could be a button check.
Wait. Is Kello swapping? Is that Beatrice I see?
Versus Beatrix.
Yeah, Beatrix. My bad. X. Beatrix.
Yeah. Could be. Could be just like letting it rock. Or we're button checking.
Engage.
That's a
button
button check. That is a button check. So there's the, okay, there's the low to the ground fire.
Yeah, that's that low to the ground, like a KOF style Iori fireball.
Ooh. Yeah, especially since it's purple.
Yeah.
Nice fighting game history. Don't stop! I have a friend of my wife's. She named her son Iori.
Really now?
Yes. And I'm all... That name, you're inviting problems for yourself. Like, not like a Kyo or a Shingo, like a good kid. You pick the
Iori.
Yeah, you pick the moody Orochi blood hot topic guy.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe he'll fight Fate.
Or hold his legs together with a belt.
Anyway, here we go. We got the big bodies. Ladiva versus Vasaraga.
Boss match. Big meaty wrestlers slapping meat.
And one of them happens to have a scythe.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's legal. We might need to get the ref on that one.
Well, I think the ref's being paid off.
Oh.
The ref, okay. Great decision to let the intro rock. It's going to eat up time, but it allows both fighters to center themselves. And we are in the wrestling ring. How appropriate. And Spam Senpai. Yeah, okay, we're now seeing a more keep out style.
Yeah. But tackles in, gonna get the throw out.
Is that tackle plus or minus?
I'm not certain. I think you could space it to be plus.
Okay. The video with the lariat and Spam Senpai. It looked like they armored through that move.
Yeah, taking advantage of this stance, just like the stance is where Vasaraga is going to get their largest reaching pokes out. And it is armored if they have the install buff, which is you can see underneath their health bar.
Okay, 2 drop kicks from Kello.
Jump the command throw.
Excellent damage on table. 3 headbutts. That's a lot of damage.
Tried to maybe go for a reset in the command throw. Or maybe a misinput, because that was 5U command throw.
Now, I was a little bit worried with Spam Senpai because we never really got to see him play, and now we see why Spam Senpai has made it to top 8 with this play.
Yep, alright, gonna get counter hit. Yep, and that is plus.
Oh, big uppercut.
But drops the combo and tackles out of the corner. We're gonna take all this movement far away. Tackle charge, that will be plus.
Good spacing from Spam Senpai. Kello has very few places to go. Oh my god, that's really dangerous when you're whipping buttons like that, and goes from downtown with the lariat.
Yeah, old Larry gonna get us a combo. I don't think this is enough to kill. One more mix-up.
Fireball from Kello trying to catch Senpai, and the command grab. We are
there.
Yeah, it's anyone's round.
Guard crush, keep the blocks up.
Fire, actually use the fireball in the headbutt, slamming it down. Kello gets on the board 1 round each.
Yeah, no, right through that counter or that poke with the far arm is like, yup, I'm chill. Headbutt armor right through this. Big counter hit, gonna get the fireball for a knockdown.
Yeah, Spam Senpai instantly with punish. You can see Kello right there going for the over-reliable drop kick, but gets stuffed by Spam, and they're back in the right corner.
Yeah, no, like, you'll see a lot of Ladivas like mash sweep, because sweep is probably one of her fastest normals. Which is wild, it's such a high reward when they mash it, but here we go, knock him down. Safe jump, gonna go for command throw.
Excellent fake out from Spam Senpai, and this is going to be Spam Senpai's round, especially off of that throw.
That'll be enough.
Oh man, this is really interesting. Like, we've seen Kello play hyper aggressive to shut down his opponents, but now with Spam, you can see caution being exercised. Spam is so good and handsome. Yes, I agree.
Oh, okay, gonna get caught by the lariat. Counter hit 2, full combo into the corner. Safe jump, gonna get caught in the mid. The cop trying to wiggle.
Holy cow, that's some good damage from Kello.
It's scary. You're now in the blue life range, which means Super Skybound Art is on the table. But that'll be enough.
Did not even need to touch the meter.
All right, now Kello, 1 round away from making this 1-1. Ooh, that whiff punish? Okay.
And they were in the perfect position for the cancel to the lariat. It really is both of these fighters fighting for the corner.
It really will be. Carry to the corner, but here we go. Ult command throw. That is invul. Gonna get knocked down. Get the armor up.
They both armored through. That's the third command grab.
Ult command throw is gonna be a lot of damage. Safe jump. Gonna get the guard cancel.
Kello this time makes it with the sweep and the jump over the attack. The body splash puts this 1-to-1.
Yep, nope, it was correct. It was command throw. And again, one of the things I mentioned earlier with Vasaraga is the scary thing is when you see them flash blue, you're like, is it a command throw or is it ult tackle? That's going to be one of the things we'll see. We'll see if Spam Senpai starts borrowing with ult tackle.
Okay, with the cross up to the command grab, we're glowing yellow and Vasaraga. Okay, both players have 50% life.
Okay, it's a jump in. And armor's right through the guard cancel.
Good decision making. We're back to the middle. And they both glow blue.
Yep. Gonna jump over the sweep. And there's that ult tackle. Now Spam Senpai is representing that. Gonna jump over, and that will be actually a side switch. This is gonna be a lot of damage. Will you build the 100 bar?
Yeah, we have 100 bar, but will Spam Senpai use it? And they do. And
I think you're dead.
it's not I think, it's a definite you're dead. We don't need to add certainty here.
I don't know. I've been wrong on will it kill so many times.
Well, but this is Genesis Black. You're batting at 100 right now. Spam Senpai on set point. Will they be the one to banish Kello out of this tournament?
On set point.
Okay, look at the spacing. No lariat.
Yeah, no, didn't have the armor buff. Now has the armor buff. Here we go. Hold it.
Okay, good duck, but then gets caught on this walk up. And Spam Senpai with the command growth.
Yeah, no, was slightly minus on that tackle. It's like, you know,
command throw, but big damage. But is still in the corner.
But you know what? He's going to get the body splash. Full combo here. Ult, lariat. Continue the combo going. We want to go all the way to the other corner.
Heck, yes we do. Vasaraga, 76 life. Low drop kick, fastest Nova from Lavinia. And we got the tackle instead of the command grab.
All right, ult fireball. That'll be enough time to get the buff up.
Oh, it's so tense. Kello goes for it big, and Spam Senpai answers the call.
Ooh, what an up bar, eh?
Ooh, and that will be it. Spam Senpai eliminating Kello. But thank you, Kello, for showing us the beauty that is La Diva.
Yeah.
Lavidia? La Diva?
La Diva.
La Diva. I had it right the first time.
You've been going back and forth on like how to pronounce that.
Look, okay, I'm trying, all right?
You're trying. I know you. I know. You're trying. You're trying your best.
Excellent. So we are about to do the caster's handoff. This was an amazing time. This is the most I've ever been invested with the players in the game of GRANBLUE versus. Thank you for showing me your ways.
It's so great being here talking about GRANBLUE here at Genesis Black in San Jose, California at GUILDHOUSE. And yeah, we're just going to give it a small break, but we'll be back with more GRANBLUE action.
And of course, we're going to see our top 8 casters. So please don't go anywhere, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye-bye.